Hello, and welcome to your Wildcat News for Tuesday, October 7th. I'm Reese Durham.
And I'm Emily Hardiman-Urbar. The annual Dance Blue 5K brought students, alumni, and the community members together this weekend, all running for a cause close to the University of Kentucky's heart.
Peyton Dybowski went to the event and found out how they are making an impact beyond the finish line.
The 5K happened on campus Sunday. Participants and committee members are ready and warming up for this year's dance marathon. It was a sunny afternoon filled with energy, smiles, and blue and gold as runners took off at the annual Dance Blue 5K. The race is one of the first major events leading up to the 24-hour Dance Blue Marathon in the spring, all to raise money for pediatric cancer research and support through the Golden Matrix Fund.
We are doing the Ribbon 5K for Dance Blue, and this is like the first big event for a whole year of fundraising, so we're super excited.
I Dance Blue for more birthdays, more joy, and more bell ringings, and for the sweet and brave kids in the clinic.
Participants say the event is about more than just running. It's about honoring the kids and families who inspired Dance Blue's mission.
I love Dance Blue. Dance Blue has changed my life. It changes these kids and their families' lives. It's the best thing ever. Everybody do Dance Blue!
The event also helps raise awareness and funds for the UK Dance Blue Kentucky Children's Hospital Hematology and Oncology Clinic. As participants crossed the finish line, one thing was clear: every step counts when it's for the kids. Dance Blue has raised over $20 million since its start in 2006, and events like the 5K continue to fuel that momentum. Back to Reese with more campus news.
The American Women in Sports Media Club shared tips and tricks on resume building last week. Founded in 2024, the UK chapter of AWSM focuses on supporting and growing women and other gender-diverse individuals in careers of sports media and entertainment that are a predominantly male field. The organization provides a community for members to gain insight from professionals and create a bond with those who have similar dreams. President of AWSM, Libby Heckert, had this to say on her goals for the future of the club.
Again, to help those other people on campus that are trying to get into that career, whether it's sports marketing, sports management, or broadcasting, whatever it is just being that platform to help them get to the next place in their career.
AWSM is open to anyone who wants to join and learn more about the sports media world. The next meeting is October 21st at the Cornerstone Theater from 6 to 8 p.m. It will feature women in sports media who work at UK Athletics.
The College of Communication and Information's career fair is tomorrow from 1 to 4 p.m. in the Gatton Student Center Ballroom C. The fair will feature future employers looking for students interested in jobs, internships, and shadowing opportunities. So don't forget to bring your resume. The career fair is a part of CI's Career Month that features other events such as Ask the Intern sessions and resources and info sessions for grad students. In other news around campus, if you love video games, the University of Kentucky is home to one of the most renowned collegiate esports lounges in the country.
Colin Lewis is here with an update on some of the events happening there. Colin?
Over 100 attendees gathered at the Cornerstone on the University of Kentucky's campus on Friday, where top-ranked competitors battled it out. The UK Esports Club hosted its third annual Chill Out Smash Bros. Regional Tournament. This two-day event featured a doubles tournament and a smaller Street Fighter VI tournament on day one, where day two burned the midnight oil with a singles event that ran from 9 a.m. all the way until 11 p.m. The Esports Club hosts several events throughout the semester, and they're not only for the night owls. The club's next event at the Cornerstone is the Mario Kart Campus Circuit, tomorrow, October 8th, from 5 to 8 p.m. Back to you, Reese.
Thanks, Colin. The federal government shutdown is already beginning to ripple through institutions across the country, including right here in Kentucky. According to university leadership, many core operations should continue despite the shutdown. In a campus-wide message, UK President Eli Capilouto said that federal funding for approved students will remain operational and existing research projects already funded should continue. However, Capilouto warns there could be disruptions if the shutdown drags on. He noted that new research grants may be delayed and that UK healthcare services may be impacted. He also emphasized that the university is monitoring developments closely and that the extent of disruption depends on how long Congress goes without passing funding.
Today marks the 2-year anniversary of the Hamas-led October 7th attack on Israel. 2 years ago, militants kidnapped around 250 people. The attack killed about 1,200. Israel soon responded with an intense military assault on the same day. Over the past 2 years, Israeli military has attacked and killed over 66,000 people and destroyed much of the territory. Today, delegations from Israel and Hamas are in Egypt to negotiate a ceasefire deal. Also today, President Donald Trump will meet with Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney at the White House in an effort to ease rising tensions between the two countries. The meeting should focus on trade, tariffs, and the future of the U.S.-Canada relationship. Prime Minister Carney pushed for relief from American tariffs on steel and aluminum, measures that have strained economic ties and frustrated Canadian industries. President Trump, meanwhile, has defended these tariffs as vital to protecting American industries. But he indicated he is open to negotiations. For Carney, this is his first major opportunity to meet Trump face-to-face and reset expectations. For Trump, it's a chance to manage foreign policy optics and reassert diplomacy with a key neighbor. The visit signals an attempt to rebuild trust between the neighboring nations.
Coming up after the break, we have AJ here with sports news.
We will also take a look at how Lexington Parks and Recreation is creating a greener future. We'll be right back.
Build, we work, we lead. Not for the credit, but the future. For the name on the front of the jersey, the name that binds us, the place that drives us. For students and patients, farmers and families, fans and physicians, from dawn to dusk, we're here, advancing Kentucky together.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Filling up something far more important than any feed. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our every day with understanding, empathy, and compassion, leaving hate to become what it truly is, a whisper.
Been named Center of the Week twice, and she has been named Freshman of the Week now.
This weather today is really good for the newly planted trees. Peyton, how long is the rain going to last?
Yeah, Emily, I mean, as you can see, it's really wet outside this morning, and we've got a stormy day ahead. Expect a soggy, humid day with steady rain and possible heavy downpours. Thunderstorms are possible, and with that comes a chance of flash flooding. We have a high near 72 degrees with a mild overnight low around 58. Your weather outlook for Lexington this week, you can expect much better conditions. Skies will be partly sunny, the humidity drops, and it'll feel more comfortable with a high of 70 and a low of 43. Thursday and Friday have lots of sunshine ahead. Thursday's high hits 67 degrees and Friday warms back up to 70 overnight. Lows will be in the low to mid 40s. You can expect a beautiful weekend, mostly sunny days with highs around 70, cool but pleasant nights in the 45 to 47 degree range. Now back to AJ with sports as we have a bright weekend.
Up a little bit here.
You do? I missed it earlier.
I'm a physician, but retired.
Hey,
from
I'm AJ Nava, and starting off this week, volleyball. Cassie O'Brien has been named Freshman of the Week.
The freshman out of Katy, Texas, has been given SEC honors 3 times now, this season being named Setter of the Week twice before. The team is ranked 3rd in the nation for the 4th week in a row and take on Texas A&M tomorrow at 7 p.m. But switching over to football, this past weekend the Cats took on Georgia Bulldogs and were handed a 35-14 loss. The Bulldogs exploded on offense early with 14 points in the first and ending the half 21-7. Despite Cutter Boley throwing for 225 yards, the Cats lost the game on the defensive side of the ball. The Bulldogs rushed for 203 yards while the Cats rushed for 56 in the loss in Athens. Up next for the Cats is a home game versus Texas on October 18th. And yesterday, October 6th, inside Memorial Coliseum, men's basketball hosted their annual Media Day for the 2025-26 season. Mark Pope and Kenny Brooks each held press conferences to answer questions about UK men's and women's basketball, their players, and more. Reporters were then invited to the practice court to interview the Cats. From senior Otega Owe to freshman Jasper Johnson, every Cat on the roster was there. And the head honcho of the Cats, Mark Pope, had this to say when asked about what he's learned being Kentucky's head coach.
I thought it was going to be most challenging. It's the most challenging. I thought I was going to love it more than I've ever loved a job and probably ever will love a job ever in my entire life, and I'm pretty sure that that's true. I thought this was the greatest fan base, that where the connection matters so much, and I still think that's true. I think it's just, I just am grateful that we get to live in it. I'm really grateful.
Coach Pope, once again, knowing exactly what to say to BBN fans. To watch the full press conference, go to ukathletics.com and be on the lookout as UK is hosting Pro Day at 5:30 today. And likely reps from all 30 NBA teams will be inside Memorial Coliseum to check out the team. And on top of Media and Pro Day for UK basketball, coming up this Saturday is Big Blue Madness. The 35th annual Madness sold out in just 29 minutes. The event will feature hype intros from coaches and players from both teams, as well as performances, surprises, and prizes for the fans. And if you can't make it, don't worry, because before Madness from noon to 4 is Fan Fest. The first-time event is free for anyone to visit in Rupp. There will be food, music, and fans can interact with the team and legendary alumni. From SEC awards to Big Blue Madness, we love planning sports into the show. So now let's go to Emily with Lexington Parks and Rec.
Just as we recently discussed the weather, that's good news to know for this past weekend. Lexington Parks and Recreation hosted a fall tree planting as part of their monthly volunteer morning series at Raven Run Sanctuary this past Saturday. Volunteers and park staff planted new native nut and fruit-bearing trees and shrubs. Coordinator and park naturalist Pony Meyer says native trees provide big benefits for wildlife, especially as we head into winter.
Fats, which are especially good for migrating birds too. So the type of food they produce is much more advantageous for wildlife and shelter as well.
Tools, equipment, and gloves were provided to all participants. Spring and fall are the best time to plant the baby trees so they can establish strong roots before the harsher summer or winter weather hits in the area.
Well, despite the gloomy weather today, we've heard that this week's Taco Tuesday is extra special. Peyton, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, Reese, that's because October 7th is actually National Taco Day. The longtime favorite meal is served in a variety of ways with salsa, guacamole, and sour cream as popular sides. National Taco Day used to be celebrated on October 4th, but was adjusted so that it would always fall on the first Tuesday in October. Many restaurants like Taco Bell are celebrating with taco specials.
Well, now I'm hungry.
Me too. Hey, I heard there's a good local taco place downtown.
Yes, I know.
It might be Clark's.
Oh yeah, it might be.
AJ's always on that grub.
Yeah, always.
Well, that's all for today's Wildcat News. To keep up with the latest news and updates, follow us on Instagram at Wildcat News UKY. We'll see you next Tuesday at 1 on Twitch for more. Have a great week.